Hey everybody, this is day one of my 2017 Subaru Outback conversion. I'm going to be making a bed platform, so I'm going to make this into a mini camper van slash van life kind of thing. My purpose of doing it is really to have like a weekend type camper. I love going to festivals and I love camping, and I think it would just be like a really great addition to be able to have just a comfy sleeper in the back. I've been watching a lot of videos and reading up a lot of blogs, and I finally have a idea in mind for my bed platform, and I just can't wait. I can't really, I'm just so excited. Can't even get the words out. I'm just so excited to get started. This is day one of filming. This is day one of being in the car, knowing that this is happening, and I'm just really excited to get started. So first things first, I'm going to measure out my Subaru so that I know that my bed platform will fit. And since I don't have a saw, I will be going to Home Depot, and hopefully they can cut exactly how I need it. My plan is basically to go there and have them cut my measurements, and then I'm gonna put it in the back of my car while I'm still at Home Depot, so that if I need any like minor adjustments, I can go back in and use their saw. But fingers crossed that we can just get it all done today. I can't believe I just said that. Okay, without further ado, I guess here goes my Subaru Outback van conversion. So the plan with my bed is I want it to be a three-part section. I'm gonna have the back part here. Let me show you. There we go. Okay, so the plan is part A is gonna go from the back, basically where it says Outback, to here. And that way the seats can come up, and it can just be like a fully functional car without having to, like, I don't wanna take out the seats. So it'll go from there to there, so I need to measure that, and then I need to measure wheel well to wheel well. And I also want to see at what height I want it at. Earlier models, the wheel well didn't go so high, so a lot of people have been using it as extra space, but honestly now that I'm here looking at it, I feel like just wheel well to wheel well is enough space. And then so that's part A. This is going to be part B. This is the seat when it's, let me show you even more. So this is the seat, right? This is where your headrest, when it comes up, it goes up like that. So this is part B, and I need to measure this. And then as you can see, it gets a little bit wider because the wheel well doesn't go that far. So it might be my idea to make this part a little bit wider. So we'll just have to see. And then part C is gonna be here as an extender, and that part is just gonna be like just for comfort. I'm about 5'7", and my boyfriend is 5'11", so it'll just be nice to have a little bit of extra headroom. Cool, let's get started. So it's looking like section A, this back part is 40 inches in length. The width, wheel well to wheel well, is, okay, sorry about that guys. Apparently my camera just decided to stop recording because it was on low battery, and then there was a pop-up message. But anyways, so as I said, the length is going to be 40 inches. The width from wheel well to wheel well ended up being 42 inches, and then the height is going to be 8, which is about there. So I'm not going to go as high as the wheel well because I want to have some nice headroom here, and honestly 8 inches kind of seems like nothing. Like, I'm going to have plenty of headroom, so that's great. One thing that I have to keep in mind is although the board, the support board that's going to run along this side is going to be 40 inches, I need to have a little bit of a lip, so part B or section B can sit nicely on top of that. And then I'm going to use a pin build it down, but I'll show you guys that in a little bit once I have everything measured out and cut. So part B. So here's 42. The end of it is just out of the camera. But anyways, I'm gonna see if it's comfortable for 2 people. Yeah. Oh, looks comfy enough. So that's about 13. Let's just call it 1 foot all the way across would be easiest. Okay. We got our measurements. So we have our starter measurements, and I guess that means I'm gonna head to Home Depot. Wish me luck. So I'll see you guys there. So we are on the way to Home Depot, and I just couldn't be more excited. We're gonna hopefully get some cuts for the bed. I pray that their saw works this time. The last time I was there to build this like garden box for my backyard, they didn't have a saw, but then some very nice person on the back of their pickup truck helped me because they had just like a table saw and all the stuff that they needed. But hopefully this time it'll be nice and easy, and I can just give them my measurements and then try to fit it in the back of my Subaru in the parking lot. And if it all works out, then I'll just take it home and get my drill ready and make the whole thing. So I'm about 5 minutes away right now. Okay, so I'll see you guys there. Bye. Got all the cuts of wood here and all the supplies. And then inside we have part A and part B, and part C is this guy right here. Just finished at Home Depot, and I'm not gonna say it was an easy experience. I wish there was kind of like a more personalized hardware store where like someone could help you the whole time, but I guess that's just not what we have. I got some cuts of wood. They're not looking perfect, but we need someone with a personal saw just cause the little cuts that I need and like the legs that I want and stuff, like they can't.
Continue on Reisterstown Road for 3/4 of a mile.
At Home Depot, I guess their saw is like 2 something. But anyways, I do have a bunch of stuff, so it is exciting. It's just exhausting too. Cool. So I will check back in. I'm going to Ace to get some adhesive spray. They didn't have any here, so I'm just gonna go do that. And I'm gonna try to stay nice and positive. First day is always the hardest, right? So what I'm thinking I might do is maybe buy a saw. I'm going to Ace, so they're usually really friendly and helpful there, and they can definitely tell me what I need to just have like a little table saw and maybe some like eye protection and stuff. So that might be an option, and then that way I can just do little cuts at home. So I'll let you know. The people at Ace are so much more friendly and helpful. This is exactly what I needed. Oh my God, I just finished at Ace and I am in a much better mood. They were exactly what I wanted, exactly what I needed. It was just a nice neighborhood store where they wanted to help me. And it was a long day. But if you could see, I have awesome amounts of wood on this side here. That's all the ace wood that they cut for me. And I did get a saw. It's a jigsaw. And he taught me how to use it. And I guess I'll just YouTube the rest from there and practice on like little pieces of wood. I'm happy again. So it feels much better. Home Depot was just, I mean, although they had the big plywood that I needed, the rest of it, it just wasn't for them. That's for sure. So, okay, I'm gonna go home and try to place everything and see what I need to do and cut. And the day is a little cooler now. The sun went down, so here's to day one. Well, I was able to set up part A in the car. And when I put the seats up, I realized that it was still a little long, even though I thought that I was measuring right. So that means that I'm going to very carefully use my jigsaw for the first time and make some cuts. It's going to be about 2 inches, bringing it down to like 36 for the length of part A. And then I'm gonna do that on 3 different pieces, the plywood and then the support beams that run long. And after I do that, I am going to drill and make some holes and screw it in. And then hopefully by tonight, we'll at least have part A complete. Cool, let's get started. Here, since I don't have a real work table, is I just weighed down the wood on both sides. So I'm going to be placing my hand on this part to stabilize when I cut the 2-inch mark here, and then all that wood in the back is stabilizing the rest of it. So got pretty sturdy. I just unboxed the Black & Decker 4.5 amp jigsaw. It comes with a little tiny saw, but I was recommended to use this one. Just for beginners, I guess. It is a 10 TPI. I did a little bit of research on jigsaws, and I know that TPI is important. I don't know much else other than that. So this one is corded. So I'm going to take off all the plastic first and then figure out how to work it. So I figured out how to assemble the saw like such. There's clear instruction manual in the Black & Decker box. It basically just told me to have the teeth facing out, and then this is like the release lever. You put it in as far as it goes and then release it. And then another tip that I heard was just to make sure you know what's underneath your table, that it's far enough away from the surface itself, and then also there's no like cords or anything hanging below. So I'm gonna make sure to be extra careful about all that. Here goes nothing. So I am making little cuts along this direction because it's a jigsaw. I want to be sure that it's not such a long piece, because that's not really what it's good for. So I made these little indents so that I am following the track and it's not so much of a big job. Let me show you this. This is freaking good. Look at that cut. They're like basically the fucking same. I'm impressed. Let's move you over here and use this Royal Farms lighting to our advantage. So I'm gonna piece it all together, grab my screwdriver, and then I'm gonna sand it down so it's not such horrible little edges. So I'm gonna make the appropriate size holes in all of the wood, and then I will screw it together. And I'm hoping for the best. So the bad news is apparently I turned off my camera when I started doing this. The good news is I did it. Just a brief overview. I put in 2 screws on both sides of this platform, 1 and 2. I started by making a hole. These are the wood screws that I used. So far I have 4 in. Made sure to drill in holes first. And then put in the screws, because that makes it a lot easier. And now, since my camera is recording, I'm going to take this to my car and make sure it fits while I just have the 4 in and before I put on the plywood. So let's go do that. Here we go. In my new bed. Goodness. And the final test. Both seats go up. Yes! Oh, heck yeah. Wow. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys see it. Hold on. So here we have it. Part 1. Goes right up to there, nice and trim. This guy is trimmed too, so the trunk can close. Wow. So next, what I gotta do is put the plywood on top, make sure that the plywood fits on top, trunk closed, and seats up. And if that all works, then part 8 is complete. Moment of truth. It's looking good. The trunk is closed. Now let's see if the seats go up. Oh! I really can't believe it. All right, y'all. That means I am going to make little drill marks and we're good to go. How exciting. Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. Exciting.
And these, and I did it.
Nice, babe. Fuck yeah.
And look, and I just need to sand it, and then the carpet's going on it.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, nice. That's awesome.
Well, I'm just gonna keep putting in screws, and I won't hold you guys to watching this whole process, so. Well, it's been quite a successful day, I would say. We have basically everything done for part A. Just have to put in the middle section for support there. But all the screws are in and everything looks pretty good. So I guess I'll check in with you guys tomorrow for part B and C. Good night. Hey guys, welcome to day 2 of the build. So last night I was able to finally finish part A. It really didn't take much longer than I was filming. I just wanted to saw off a little bit of the back part so it was a little easier to get to the back left corner, which is where the 12 volt is. And then I wanted to also add in a support beam down the middle. So let me show you guys what I did. As you can see here, I added in this middle beam. Now it's like super well supported and everything. And I even gave it a test shot of me sitting on it. And this is the view of part A that goes in my Subaru Outback trunk. As you can see, the support beam is added and it's about a 7.5-inch lift. The part that I was cutting last night is right over here. It's just, again, so that I can get into that 12 volt area. And it was a pretty easy cut to do. I feel pretty confident with the saw now, so that's pretty great. Gonna show you guys what it looks like. So of course, this is from the seats are down view right now. And then if I put the seats up, she fits, as I was showing you yesterday. And then from the back, looks like this. So now we have this nice storage space underneath, and you can easily get to this spot here. Nice storage space. And then also on this side, I went ahead and made this cut, as I was saying, right along the edge here, so that I can get into here, which is where the 12 volt is. If you can see that, this little guy is the 12 volt. So I want to make sure that I can get to that for my Jackery battery. Oh, okay, pretend like you don't see that. So all in all, I am pretty stoked. She fits nice and it's a good height. And thank God I bought that little jigsaw, because I feel like it was able to give me just little cuts without having to go back to like Home Depot or Ace every single time. And as I said, it was super easy to use. So this is the completion of part A. Of course, I need to sand it and put the carpet on it. But as far as the build goes, now it's time to measure for part B. Okay, so this is part B wood. At Home Depot, he did not cut it to 30. He cut another 38 long, so it's 42 by 38 again. Yeah, I need to cut it because I think it's just gonna be too long. I would rather have a little section here that I can cut out and have like a part C that just folds into it. But having this in the car definitely makes it seem all the more real and exciting. And you know, well, here we are at the next part. So I'm gonna get some legs and see at what height they need to be at to account for the slope, and go from there, I guess. Okay, so something like this. I need to get a level. Nice and level. Okay, so I have this board running underneath, and it actually just touches my console in front. So I'll just have to measure this. I did also just notice that the back is not level. I think it's because of this rubber mat I have here. I'm going to see if taking out the rubber mat will solve my problems with the back, and then I'm going to measure part B and try to account for the slope, and we'll go from there. So genius me just realized something pretty important. My car is on a slant. So maybe that's why the back is on the slant. I'm gonna pull it forward and see if that fixes anything. Let's do it like this. About 22 and a bit. Let's see if this lines up with my measurements. 22 and a bit. Okay. There are so many mosquitoes. Part B legs complete. So I have the legs in. They look pretty good. Excuse me. What I'm trying to figure out now is just like a little bit more support. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So the legs are good and it's mostly level, but I want more support under here. So I'm thinking of either having this guy up here and kind of just nestling him in there because it kind of fits perfectly. I don't know. All right. I'm gonna think about it and maybe do a little bit of research. Maybe I'll talk to Soul, see what he thinks, and I will report back with a answer. See you guys in a bit. Sorry to end the video abruptly for today. It started a massive downpour. So we lost power for a sec, but now it's back. And I'm even getting rained on in this covered part. But I will start again tomorrow. Day 3 is tomorrow, and it's supposed to be sunny all day, so I'm pretty excited about that. And hopefully I will be able to take this time to do some research on part B. Ooh, see the lightning? And do some research on part B and be able to come up with a final sketch. That way tomorrow I can go in and just know what I'm doing right off the bat. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Oh, hey everybody. It is day 3. It is sunny as can be. It is early. Well, it's noon, but it's early for how I've been starting my days with the build. I have gotten the screws already. The 1/2-inch screws, so they're small, so I can do my part B correctly. I got some more wood. Because I think that I mismeasured the legs, and then I actually got a 2x4, so they're more stable. Things are looking good. So I will see you in a sec, and set up the table, set up the saw, set up the drill, and hopefully get this thing assembled today. Okay, now that I have all my materials out here, let me show you what I finished last night and need to redo today. So if you look here, if we're looking here, all of my screws that I put in, I didn't account for the height of them, and as this is only a 1/2-inch plywood, I needed smaller screws. So I went ahead and I bought those today. So I'm gonna redo all 6 on this side and 6 on that side. And I'm also going to remove this piece of wood because it's completely unnecessary and just a little waste of space. It is just so nice when the first thing you do goes completely right. So I'm gonna do the rest of the screws and then I'm gonna fit it in the car. Wow, it is hot today. I'm gonna go in the shade. Whew. Gonna have to make sure to drink plenty of water today. So the support beam is in, and let me show you exactly what I did. I was able to use the 1/2-inch screws here, and they all fit really nice. It's like a very sturdy feeling thing, and because of like the angle here, it just stops itself. So yeah, that's both sides, and it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna drink some water and then I'm gonna put this in the car. I think it's safe to say it is full summer today. So I'm gonna make sure to keep drinking water, and I have my umbrella up now, so that should be a little bit better. In case you're wondering about my stickers, this one I got from my friend Megan. It's a little adorable little sloth with headphones, listening to music. This one says later skater, even though I don't skate, it's just cute. This one I just got. It's a van, and on the inside of the van you can see the hoodoos from Bryce Canyon. And I just did a trip to Bryce Canyon that I'll make a little video of one of these days. Bryce Canyon was super, super fun. I was like probably my favorite national park I've ever been to. Just realized that my hat is also a Bryce Canyon purchase. So as you can tell, I really like Bryce Canyon. And if you can go, I highly suggest it. It's in Utah. We did a drive from Vegas, so we stopped in Zion first and then went to Bryce. Super, super pretty drive, and Bryce is just incredible. I suggest doing the Peekaboo hike. It was my absolute favorite. So it is 2 p.m. right now. I have, let's see if you can see it. That is part B. I have a line to cut for part B, and then that will make part C if it's a nice cut. If not, I have that exact piece of wood from Home Depot that's 10 inches wide. So either I'll use the piece I saw off, or I'll use the one that they did for me. Things are going great. I came inside to cool off a little bit and eat some lunch, and then I'll get back to it. Today's lunch is a little breakfast wrap with some eggs, dairy-free cheese, turkey, and greens. Handy dandy trick if you have a Subaru Outback with a automatic gate and you find yourself with the dead battery a lot. If you put a clip inside, you jam it inside where the latch is for the trunk gate, it'll tell the car that the trunk is actually closed, and you'll save your battery. Here's what it looks like right now coming from the back. It's nice and straight, goes across, and it fits well. Wow, this is cool. Hey, so we're looking at part B here. Basically what I have to do is trim a little bit of part B so that it's nice and fits in nicely with the car. And then I also want to maybe put in a part C. I basically just have to do some measurements now and see how long this is at the moment. And then I want to, let me show you guys, under here, I want a little bit more support in the back, just in case, because it's just a tiny little lip there. I probably should have done a 2x4 here in the back, but I did not. Part B is on its way to being done. I'm so excited. And there's a nice cloud that came overhead. It is hot today. So I wanted to add a little bit of extra support. Let me show you guys. A little bit of extra support to where part B goes onto part A. Since I didn't use like a 2x4, I'm just gonna add on a second width here. What I had to do was just make sure that the seats would go up and the trunk would close if I added this extra space, and it did. So we're good to go. So I'm just gonna fasten these in. I'm gonna make little pilot holes, and then I'm going to fasten it in. And that is the next step. Hi! Sorry about that, guys. My friend showed up. Basically, since I live next to a gas station, and it's a Royal Farms too, so it has like food and stuff, we run into friends all the time, which is super fun about this house. And it's a big intersection too, so like when people are driving by and I'm on the front porch, people wave, and on the backyard, people wave, so it's a lot of fun. But anyways, let's get to drilling. You guys can tell my major improvements, but basically I feel like since day one I am a lot more confident with this kind of stuff. So practice makes perfect. If you're thinking about doing this, don't give up just because day one was hard. Day 3 is excellent. So if you make it there, or if you just complete it all in one day, hats off to you. So one thing that I noticed when I was putting in the screws is that I didn't apply pressure downwards, so the board actually came up a little bit. And since I want to make sure that this is level with the other board, just make sure that when you do it, that you push down. So I ended up taking out both screws that I just put in and then applied pressure and did it again, and now it's nice and flat. Awesome. Now that I have this extra weight here, I just need to put part B on it and go from there. And the final test. Cool. So that brings me to my next segment of what I need to do, which is put little holes on both sides of this platform, and then I'm going to drill holes in the same exact place on part B, and that way when it's in, I can just put a little pin on both sides and it'll stay and it won't do what just happened to me, and that way it'll just be nice and sturdy and I can easily remove it for when I need to put the seats up. I have these bolts that I got that I want to fit in here in part B onto this stabilizer part so that it's nice and locked, but also easy to take out. I'm gonna make a hole and see if it fits. Should be good. And then with a little bit of carpet, looks pretty good. Now I need to make the same size hole. Oops, where'd you go? Now I need to make the same size hole in part B. So I'm going to measure and do that. Alrighty, I made little holes. So let's see if this is a magic fit. Can already tell it's a little off, but a little off is okay. Okay, and B. Nothing. Not even close. Not even a little bit close. Basically, my options are to either drill a new hole. Well, I'm gonna have to drill a new hole regardless. All right, back to drilling. So in hindsight, what I should have done is what I did after the fact, after making a hole. So before I made the hole, what I should have done is line these up and drew on the other side where the board hits, and then I should have gone in and made these holes. But you know, a hole is a hole is a hole. So what's another one? So part B is almost complete. I just need to cut a little bit of this part off, but she's in and she's sturdy. So it has this piece here holding across, and then if we look at the back, I have this bolt here that is easily removable. That goes in when we are going to be sleeping, and then I have another one on that side. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I have a bed. Oh my God. This is amazing. Guys. It's a real bed. It was all held together. Yes. So, as far as building goes, the only thing I have left to do is to saw off part of B and then attach part C with a hinge, and that's it. Then begins the sanding, and then comes the carpet. So since I'm going to be attaching a piece to this, I'm just going to sand it down now before I put the hinge on. And don't worry guys, I've been drinking lots and lots and lots of water. When I went to Ace, they suggested this because I didn't have like a tool for a sander. So they said that this sanding sponge would work just fine. So let's use it. This is the hinge. It's going to go flat along this here. Up. And come back around this way is the goal. So I'm going to set this up. If you see me hesitating at all, it's because obviously my cut wasn't perfect. Not the straightest line, but pretty close. So I'm trying to figure out where I want to hinge this stuff. From trial and error, I have come to realize that these are just too flimsy. So I was at the hardware store earlier, thought this might be the case, and I got these more heavy-duty hinges. So this is what I'm going to use to put it. And I'm not gonna make you guys watch me make pilot holes and put in screws, because you know how that goes. 10. Just to show you guys what I did here. There are a bunch of random holes, don't mind those. This guy is in. And so is she. And just to show ya the magic here. Beautiful. And it feels much more sturdy. But anyways, I'm glad I switched over to these hinges. I had a feeling that those were just gonna not be sturdy enough, and I was right. So I'm glad I picked those up this morning when I picked up the 1/2-inch screws. Now what's next is I'm going to put it, B and C, in the car, see how it fits, and see if C needs legs for support, and that'll be that for the build. Well, not anticipate that. So, to answer my own question, yes, I am going to need legs to keep this up. This hinge goes a little bit further than expected. So that's fine with me. I'll just put 2 little legs on the bottom. That's it for part B. So let's just take a moment and appreciate that. This is officially part B all together with the pins in. So A and B are complete. And now it's C. As I said, I'm just gonna put a leg on each side, or I might just do 1 leg in the middle. See if that works, because then I might get like a triangular thing of support. That might work too. So I will be back with some measurements. So 18.5 to get it to nice and level. So that'll be my measurement. Hey guys, so I just attached the leg here, that 18-inch that I had measured, to the center of part C, and let me show you what I did. So here's this hinge, door hinge that I got from Home Depot, and so when it's stored, it can be like that, and when it's up, it's nice and sturdy. Okay. Let's see what it looks like in the car. Here's B again, and now C is finished. So we're gonna put her down. And when it goes down, it should swing perfectly. Yep. Okay. And then, she fits. Oh my God. It's official. Wow. Just, wow. Look at that. Oh my God. Guys, that concludes the build process for my camper bed. My Subaru 2017 camper bed is complete. This is an exciting moment. I have to run inside and take a call, but I will be back later tonight and we'll do some final touches, sand it down. I need to vacuum out my car, and then just need to put carpet on it. So, yay, we did it. Now it is time to clean. Get all these little wood thingies out of here. Make it look professional as nice and clean. Hello, my lovelies. I just cleaned the car. It took about an hour. I was able to borrow my neighbor's vacuum, and I got into places that I think I haven't gotten into since I bought the car 5 years ago. So 4 or 5 years ago. Whoop. See? So the car is clean. There's no more wood chips in it. So now I'm going to sand part section A and section B and C, and then I'm going to do a spray adhesive and I have my handy dandy N95 mask, so I'll be nice and safe when I do that. Sanding complete. Stuff all over my fingers. Ew. So next I am going to lay out this 6x8 carpet that I got at Home Depot and make some cuts and this carpet finish on top of it. Part A complete. Well, the carpet is drying. The car is clean. Everything works, everything fits. I think all that's left is the final cut. I'll be showing you guys everything in place. I have a bed. One thing that I just realized that I totally forgot to do is drill the tiny little holes so I can put in my pins. Not drill, but just like poke, I guess. So I'm gonna do that, and then I think she's all done. Oh my God. It's a bed. Oh my God. What magnificence this is. Wow, it's comfy. Now it just needs an air mattress. Well, guys, I gotta say, thank you so much for coming along on this journey with me. I hope that I have inspired you to build your own if that's what you've been waiting for. And yeah, I'm just pretty stoked. I can't wait to use it. Well, that's it for now. I'll probably make another video on all the stuff that I end up using inside of the Subi. But this concludes the build, start to finish. Thanks for watching, everybody.